One more time. One more time. One more time.
Hello. This video is a little bit different than the videos I usually make. I wanted to try out making a speed animate of some sort. Speed animation, sort of like a speed draw, speed paint alternative for animating. I usually do not record my voice, and this is something very new to me, and I hope I can improve as videos go on. But for now, I will mostly just be documenting my sort of journey and my process while animating this long tail animation. The basis for this animation was actually a test I made a year ago, and my main focus was to consider, hey, I want to try out Flash CS6. I want to try animating in Flash, and I've been using this program on and off since 2023, which was when the original long tail animation was made. I'll pull it up on screen right now.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
With this being one of my first animations on Flash with audio, or just animations with audio in general, I can see a lot of ways I could improve on this. Not only on the lip syncing, which was my main focus on trying to improve, and I'm still trying to improve this focus, but also on character movement and compositing. My editing has improved a tiny bit since then. I have learned some in and outs of After Effects. I am an editor in the way of making sort of AMV sort of edits, very infrequently in my free time. But I have learned a thing or two about how to edit audio and how to edit videos and green screening and video compositing in general, which can come in big use when editing or finalizing animation or video in general. So I find that this ability has really helped me on sort of continuing my journey as an animator. I think one of my best examples of me practicing out different compositing and tests and such would be my Yellow Fang animation whip, which is currently on my channel, which is a map part that I've sort of been reluctant on continuing for the simple fact that I have not gotten much feedback from the map host, and I am not currently sure how the process of the entire map is going. But I would like to finalize that animation one day, maybe improve on it and reanimate it, but we'll see. Currently, it's a indefinite whip. But with working on my Yellow Fang Brave as a Noun animation, I have learned a bit of ins and outs on how to composite videos and edit videos a bit better than what I usually would be used to, especially with PNG sequences. My god, that shit is so fucking useful. It's sort of insane. Because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how do I export a video and animation as a a transparent video. And I just could not figure it out. I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I kept searching on like different ways to do it. And I was very stubborn because the PNG sequence export file type was on all my programs. It was like very obvious, and then I just never clicked on it. But after very stubbornly looking up tutorials and mini guides on how to export many different types of animation files, not just Flash files, but also ToonSquid files, Rough Animator files, a bunch of other animation programs I've tried using, turns out you just have to export it as a PNG sequence, and then just After Effects automatically can set it up as an animation with that. And it's super easy, and if I knew this earlier, I would have not been banging my head against the wall, not literally, but figuratively, on trying to figure out how to make transparent videos, which was one of my main issues with the long tail animation I made in 2023. Basically what I did in the initial long tail animation was gather up the final animation, put a blue screen behind the video, and then blue screen it out, sort of like a chroma key, and then edit the video on top of the blue screen with a background and everything. And that really limited my possibilities on how to edit. I won't get into like the editing details now, even though that's what I've been doing for the last few minutes. Long story short, I know more now, and I know how to sort of edit around and sort of try to fuss my way around different issues I might have, which really is one of my main goals in many things. I always want to improve. I always want to discover new ways to deal with things, even if they are very obvious and I was just being very oblivious. During this reanimation, which was basically proposed as an idea I had, because I realized, wow, it's been over a year since I made this original long tail animation, how can I improve on it? I sort of started like nitpicking little things like, oh, his movement, how he says, how he speaks in the video, which, fun fact, the audio is from League of Legends, a game I've never played and I do not plan on playing. But I, for some reason, thought it would be funny if I made Longtail say an echo line from League of Legends. I cannot explain to you why, and I have to live with this if I ever want to reanimate this again. Which, if you watch this animation, if you see me working on it, you can very much tell this is sort of a tribute or inspired by SSS Warrior Cats, which that's a whole other story that I'll probably end up rambling because this video is not scripted, but it is the design that was made for the SSS Warrior Cats fanimation episodes on YouTube, which were one of my biggest inspirations as a little kid starting to get into art and animation. I really have SSS Warrior Cats to blame for my interest in Warrior Cats and in animation and a bunch of other stuff. Literally, this fandom sort of changed my whole life. The communities is insane. The thing the fandom produces is insane, and I'm so proud to be a part of it and also see what everyone does. Like, it's so amazing. And I do plan on making more Warrior Cats animations. That has been a direction my channel has sort of been going into, which nowadays my channel is just a way for me to express my art, express myself. I don't really have a planned idea or like a concept that I want this channel to stick with. I just want to have fun and share my art and animations and whatever I feel like with you guys, whoever might be watching. Going back to the initial plot point that I keep forgetting because this video is not scripted and I keep losing my mind, but that's okay. This animation time-lapse is a little bit long. Wow. Cannot speed it up any further. This is inspired by SSS Warrior Cats, and this is the SSS Warrior Cats longtail design as I've stated previously. And my inspiration of SSS Warrior Cats can be very clear in many ways. As a matter of fact, I believe I started out this video saying how I wanted to make my first animation in Flash, which the initial animation of this longtail video was also a tribute to SSS Warrior Cats. Same longtail design, same sort of concept. I wanted to sort of like make my own sort of interpretation on a scene from the episode 3, I believe, SSS Warrior Cats episode 3, maybe episode 2 animation of the Longtail versus Rusty battle. Not really, no Rusty, but the implication is there. I do plan on making more SSS Warrior Cats or just older Warrior Cats animations or projects or speed paints or art-based videos or inspired videos, sort of tributes, or just sort of fantasize about this sort of old fandom culture that I really have come to love. I've just realized I have spent a good part of my voiceover, not talking about the process itself, but just rambling, which I've probably mentioned a bunch of times. As I said, I'm not used to this sort of video format, though I do want to get used to it because it is something I do want to get involved more and get more into, like, the sort of mindset. Animating in Flash was something very, and actually still is a bit confusing for me. For I love this program so much, but man, I get hit in the butt when I realize the limitations the software might have. Especially when it comes to coloring in animations or making line art, the lack of a close gaps tool really affects the workflow in a way that, like, I thought I would have gotten used to by now, but I just don't. In Flash, there is a button for you to make like a bigger closed bigger gaps tool, but those big gaps are still very much small. And I cannot tell you if it's because of the canvas resolution, which I'm not sure if that even is it. Maybe it is. Maybe my canvas resolution was too big and the big gaps could have actually been a lot smaller if they were in a smaller resolution. But man, that was complicated to work with. Very much. Oh my god. It was like so like I was very, very tiresome. And considering this animation is less than a second long, which is like insane, because this whole video was like, the time-lapse footage of this video was like over 5 hours of content for 1 second. My god. It sounds ridiculous, because it is in a way. Because I usually do not take this long in animations, but I guess I was just getting used to my program and everything. And because I don't animate in Flash in a while before this, so this was like my comeback, and my comeback, I mean, wow, I made a whole ass animation, and very short, very simple actually. The process with the shading, I still do not know how to shade in Flash. And you can tell by viewing my process, the way I'm doing it is probably like the worst way for you to do it. I have this bad habit of, this goes for any program, any animation I ever make, of putting the shading lines in after I have colored. This is a big issue I have. I have no idea why I do this. I know it's an issue. It's happened to me so many times before, and I keep having the same issue over and over again. It's just sort of like, why? Why do I do this? Why? Like I know it makes my life more complicated. I just feel so lazy to shade up front that I just go ahead and like, nope, I'm going to color in everything, and then do the shading lines, the shading guidelines, then go back. Like, why? I don't know why I do this in Flash. Like, there's so many other ways for you to do this, especially considering that I am not using the brush tool for my line art in Flash. There's two tools in Flash for drawing, the pencil tool and, well, the pencil, pen, and brush tool. Pen I've never used before, but pencil is the one I usually use for line art, and the brush tool is the one I use for coloring or sketching or anything of the sort. And man, it's complicated. If anyone knows how to use Flash and they're watching this video, my god, please help me. Because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm just trying to have fun though. And the finished project turned out alright. It played a bit of a snippet in the beginning, but I hope you all liked it. Because I certainly am proud of it, and I sure hope other people like it as well. I posted this on multiple platforms on my Instagram, Blue Sky, Twitter, and Tumblr. I've posted this animation with varying results. And I've actually posted this in a couple Discord servers on which people said, send this again when you finish the tail. I'm not doing the tail anytime soon. Maybe that's going to be a part 2. But man, I struggled so much with sketching the tail that I'm not ready. I'm still learning how to animate cats in general. I'm still learning how to animate in general. And tails are something very hard. Oh my, what? I don't, for me, they make sense in some circumstances, but others they don't. And despite popular belief, I never had a cat before in my life. So, I don't even have a point of reference on how to animate cattails or just cats in general. I just search up a bajillion videos on cats. I just keep watching cat videos over and over, cat images. That's like what my whole day has become when I'm drawing or animating cats. I just look at a bajillion photos of cats. My Pinterest reference board for cats has over 1,000 pins, and that says a lot. It really does say a lot. This video was very different than the videos I usually make, but I would like to sort of incline my channel more into doing whatever I want instead of just posting and being scared of posting and being scared of how it'll be received. I just want to have fun. And in this video, I could easily just have not made a voiceover, which was what I was planning on doing, but I decided to get out of my comfort zone a bit and have a bit of fun. I don't know, it's been fun recording. Hopefully I'll have fun editing this video. And I really do hope you enjoy and that you enjoyed this video and that you had a good time and I was not just talking my head off. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm gonna replay the finished animation really quick at the end. And I really do hope everyone enjoyed. If you watched this, thank you. It means so much to me. I've never made videos like this before, and I would like to make more. Thank you so much. Have a nice one, and happy 2025. First upload 2025. I just remembered. Happy New Year, even though it's mid-January. That's it for this video. Have a good one. Bye.